Alright guys, so today we're gonna go for a little bit of an account check. I've been playing on this account now for not quite 3 weeks, so we're going quickly over where we are with the account, what currently the obstacles are. You should be in a similar spot at this point, and you might get a couple of information of what to focus on next on and what not to do, but there's obviously still a couple of things in the waiting. So generally speaking, when we're talking about the account, we talked about the code at the beginning. We started things off with Kale, who we still have at 50, and then obviously the free champions that you got through the codes and by using also the account link that is still in the description if you want to try the game out, were Ugo, we got Alice, and then we got also Elena Rill. The two that I pulled, well actually this is from the current event, so I got one of the Gohm's Yellow Hands here. Pretty useful champion honestly, especially for a newer account. You have a couple of buffs that are quite useful. The stun in arena and even in a few dungeons can be quite nice as well. We got obviously Lemminisi. Not really getting a lot of value out of her right now, but I still want to upgrade her a little bit. You can see from the items already that she's not really a big focus. She's currently not part of the team that I use for dungeons, but she can be quite useful. We have also Duedan, which is a lot better, and then a couple of other epics like Jizo, like Shaman, and also Teshada, who I'm not really using all that much. Now, in Teshada's case, that is a little bit of a pity because she's actually not that bad, but she's just not a champion that I need right now. Later, when we are focusing a bit more on Faction Wars, for example, then I'm definitely going to pay a little bit more attention to her, level her up, get her to 50, maybe even 60, so she can be quite useful. But the main team that I'm currently using for most of the dungeons is actually Alice, Ugo, Elena Rill, and then Gohm for the speed, for the heal, for the stun that he provides, and Duedan. So those are the ones that I'm playing around right now. I got Alice to 60 and have also fully ascended her. And right now I'm in that spot where it's starting to get a little bit tricky. Now, first of all, the team is doing quite well. When it comes to the Dragon dungeon, for example, I can at least now farm for 6-star items. But this is the moment where I'm starting to run out of silver a little bit, and the next problem that you obviously are going to have is accessories. Now, we talked about accessories in the last video, how you can get some free accessories through the clan shop if you just do those clan quests, and that's still the best source that you have. In this case, I don't really have an amulet for Alice yet, and with the lineup that I'm running here, farming the spider dungeon is a little bit tricky, so the best source for me is still the clan shop, and I just need a bit of RNG there. I'm already prepping for the next champion to level 60, as you can see, so I've been actually farming quite a lot. I still need a few more champions to upgrade all of this, but the groundwork is already there, so I'm on my way to upgrade another champion to 60. And this is honestly where some of the problems are starting to kick in a little bit. Now, I have not all of the champions that I'm using as my core lineup fully ascended. That is still in the making, so farming some of the potion dungeons is still a thing that I have to do. I have to upgrade a few more champions, and I also need some mastery. So it's very energy dependent where I'm looking at right now. In addition to that, I need silver, because currently we have a couple of items that are not upgraded to 16 yet. There's a couple of broken sets at times, but stuff that is still useful for me. Unfortunately, not all of this is 6-star, but again, with a couple of decent 5-star items, we can also work quite well with those. So the issue that currently exists for me still is that when it comes to upgrading another champion to 60, I have a lot of Ancients. Well, for a new account. I have 23 Ancients and I have the Void Shards here. And I would love to pull those before I decide what to upgrade next. So I'm currently just laying the groundwork for another level 60. I'm not focusing on it too much yet because I'm still waiting for a time to chance event for Ancient Shards and for Void Shards. Those shouldn't really be too long in the future. So once that I have those and can at least pull my Ancient Shards, ideally also the Voids, I have a better idea of if I pull something that's interesting. I'm not necessarily expecting to pull a legendary here, but I think an epic with a bit of luck could really help me quite a lot. So we'll see if it comes to that. If not, then I'm most likely going to upgrade Ugo. But I currently have enough things to do that are just kind of important. So one of the things, when we're just looking at the dungeons in general, I can now relatively reliably farm stage 15 of the Minotaur lair, so or the Labyrinth. So this is really one of the points where I now have to, for my core lineup, basically get all of the scrolls, or at least the majority of it, which will already boost my core team. And then I can use that to progress in the Arcane Keep, to progress in the Magic Keep. Because when it comes to the Ascensions and even just the progression in the Dragon's Lair, this is something that's still missing a little bit. I haven't focused too much yet on the Fire Knight's castle, for example, as you can see. The main reason why you're going for Fire Knight in the first place, at least from my perspective, is Savage Gear. It can be regeneration, it can be useful. There's a couple of champions that are actually quite nice in regeneration gear and can solo a few of the dungeons too. But the main reason is really crit damage, regeneration, and most of all Savage Gear. So at some point I really want to get to that point in the game where I can farm that a bit more reliably, but it's not really the highest priority. I have to get more champions to level 60 right now. I have to get the masteries for my champions, and I need to upgrade the gear that I've farmed mainly in the Dragon's Lair, so that the champions are getting buffed a little bit more. Now there are of course a couple of new things that were also unlocked then over time. Arena is actually going quite well, and I still want to really encourage everybody that you are going for your arena matches. Now I'm in gold 1 already, definitely a little bit higher than I should be. I haven't focused too much on my arena team, but if you look at the battle log, I'm still getting decent fights here. You have to obviously pick the teams that you go up against. There's a lot of people that just put up a token defense that you can farm. And for those great haul benefits, it's really, really important. So if you don't do arena, I see it all the time when I'm joining a clan, for example, to yeah, just get the extra benefits out of a clan. I see it all the time that I go through the members list and there are people that are higher level than me that are still in like bronze or like low silver. So try and progress through arena. It's much, much easier than you think. And even if you just farm the token defenses that are being set up by some people, this is already going to help you. My arena team is nothing special at this point. I'm still waiting when it comes to it for also the login rewards. So when we're talking about the daily ones, I'm a little bit off of getting high cartoon. Once that I have my speed aura here, then I might actually also redesign my arena team a little bit. Honestly, she would fit in perfectly well. I have a slot that is just totally taken by Elena Rill, who's not really great in that slot in the first place, but she just fits. So once that I have high cartoon or I pull a champion that has a speed aura, then things are getting a little bit better. But I have to say that I'm not too unhappy, because Alice currently is nearly at 200 speed, which is nothing insane, but given how young the account is, this isn't too bad. So the crit rate, as I said, I need to upgrade a little bit more gear where I'm lacking the silver right now, but I have the items, I have the artifacts to get her to 100% over here, and I'll boost her then also once that I get a banner, hopefully through the clan shop. So we're currently working on items. I'm working on upgrading a couple of champions. We need to work on some of the ascensions still. The masteries need to kick in, and this is really something where you can already see that you have to work on your core team. It doesn't really benefit you to now, for example, start upgrading other champions to 50, Teshada to 50, Shaman to 50, Shizu to 50. That might help you a little bit when you're looking at your faction dungeons, but generally speaking, you want to work on your core dungeon team. The 5 champions that you use in most of the dungeons, you want to get them fully ascended, you want to get accessories for them, you want to get masteries for them, and that will boost it to an extent where you can then start farming much more reliably item dungeons, which will help you a lot more. Now, again, at this point, I'm actually pretty happy with the progress. It's going quite well. It's also pretty okay when we're talking about the clan boss, for example. At this point, I'm farming mainly hard. I can get roughly 4 million out of the key, and that is with champions that are not fully geared for this yet. And we haven't really talked about speed tunes yet, just because we don't have the champions that would allow us to do that. But with hard, I'm currently okay. We need to work on a better gear here for like soon, but for now I'm still waiting to pull the shots, and then we'll see how that progresses. Now, one of the things that we haven't really touched upon is also the Doom Tower. Progress in the Doom Tower as much as you can. Make sure that you farm daily whichever dungeon you want. Usually I focus on Griffin because the set is just really strong, but as you can tell, this is just my arena team essentially that I'm using here. Now I'm pretty close to also upgrading Ugo, by the way, to getting the full ascension on him. I haven't really shown that yet. But at this point, the problem that I have is just simply I need the money. I don't have the silver right now, but I got the tools now, so I have to probably farm a little bit in the campaign. I'm going to get that. I'm going to get him to 50 or to a 5-star ascension. And then I also have a new amulet for him, or the first amulet that is really going to boost him. but I just recently re-equipped him, and you can see that some of the items are on level 8 right now, so I'm running into that silver trap at this point. This is where it would benefit me really to just pull a champion that helps me with the spider dungeon, because one of the best silver sources is still the spider dungeon. But I won also another tournament. I won another tournament for Arena and got some pretty decent items. I got 6-star boots. I have to actually like look who currently has them. I got... I actually haven't equipped them on anybody yet. Exactly, I got the Relentless Boots with 6-star speed plus attack and crit rate. Another item that I need to upgrade to 16 to see where I can use it. So, very happy with that. So, pulled some pretty nice ones there. But silver is currently one of the bottlenecks that I'm fighting through. You should be in a similar spot with your account right now. If you aren't, if you're having any problems in certain dungeons, if there's a couple of ceilings that you can't really break through, by all means, post in the comments, tell me what you have, and we can talk a bit about this. Maybe I can do a video on some of those as well. But after not even 3 weeks, I'm fairly happy with where the account is. Have clear objectives right now, what to do with the item upgrades, the ascensions, and also getting another to 60. In an ideal world, we're getting some time 2 events for Epic and for Ancient Shards. That would definitely give me a few more options so I can see, okay, what do I want to focus on next. But the lineup that I have right now is a pretty good one, just generally speaking, a little bit of jack of all trades. Specialization is not quite there yet, but all in all, I'm fairly happy with it. So the account is going well. After another 2 weeks, I hope that we're gonna be a lot farther than that, but yeah, can't really complain about where we are at this point. Now again, if you guys have any questions, anything that you want me to address in one of the upcoming videos, then leave a comment in the comment section, and if not, I'll see you in the next one. Have a good one.